You're hypermobile, and anytime you have to do anything that requires bending down and standing back up repetitively, it causes you pain, or anytime you bend over, it causes pain. This video is for you. Okay, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you're probably bending over the wrong way and using more of your lower back. And now I know a lot of people are gonna say, well, I have a trainer, I have a chiropractor, I have a PT. Well, even they miss this detail because of how small of degrees it is. Now, this is an anterior pelvic tilt. This is a posterior pelvic tilt. This is neutral. Now, when we're doing these things, especially being hypermobile, we have excessive range of motion. So we can go excessively into anterior, which is gonna be demonstrated by this. We can excessively go into anterior tilt, which is that. We can excessively go into posterior. And so we don't have a good foundation for what it feels like to be neutral. And so when everyone thinks, well, okay, well, I'm in neutral, well, the thing is you're not. You're probably in anterior, posterior, and what that's causing you to do is not have your spine stacked on your hips appropriately for when you're bending down. You're probably doing this and moving from the low back without realizing it. And so if this is your vertebrae, you're doing this over and over and over, and then this is where the muscles attach. You're just stretching and contracting, stretching and contracting. It'd be like if you just did this all day with your wrist. You'd be like, wow, my wrist is probably pretty sore. Yes, because you're not stabilizing in the way you should. So how do we fix that? We have to learn how to find our hips in a neutral position and then learn how to keep that with a brace while going into the hips. So you notice if I go right here and I have it neutral, now if I go down and bend down like normally people would, it does this, and now I've gone into flexion. But what if I do this and I keep this neutral and I brace and I go? Do you see how there's no flexion in the lower back or extension? That flexion and extension without neutral hips is the thing that's causing you lower back pain, and then the upper back pain too, because you compensate through here. So now we have our upper back into flexion, which the muscles are all getting stretched out, and then we also have that pulling on our lower back while we're bending here. So it's like if you have a giant rope on your upper back and your lower back, you're just yanking it like this over and over and over, and that's what's causing the inflammation. Now, that inflammation is the very thing that's causing the pain. So when you go down, you're doing something where you have to bend over, what I want you to try to do is stop. Before you go, position your hips, expand into your brace, and then go into the glutes as a stretch without letting yourself go into that or that. Keep this neutral. You're gonna have to learn what neutral feels like and how to brace in that position, but you can do 90-90 breathing to learn that. I hope this video is helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. As always, think of the sport.